The body is already there when they arrive, too large, too still, half submerged in foam. No one gets closer, but no one leaves either. Something about it holds them in place. Waves slam against it without moving it. The surface looks like skin, but stretched wrong, as if the ocean tried and failed to erase it overnight. Someone throws a stone. It hits with a dull, hollow sound. The crowd laughs, brief, nervous, then goes silent when nothing reacts. They approach in fragments, not together. One step, then another. The distance shrinks, but the scale doesn't make sense anymore. Up close, it's undeniable, human structure, impossible size. Fingers longer than boats. A face turns slightly, as if interrupted mid-thought. The tall man doesn't touch it. He circles instead, counting steps without realizing. Measurement becomes the only way to stay grounded. The heavy-set man climbs first. Not careful, just curious. He pulls himself up, testing the surface like it's nothing more than rubber. Nothing happens. No movement, no sound. That's what changes everything. The danger feels gone, even if no one understands why. Soon, more follow. Shoes press into skin. Weight shifts across it like it belongs to them now. The boundary breaks quietly. Water collects in the giant's palm. Small fish swim there, trapped in a shape never meant to hold life this way. Someone suggests it came from deeper waters. Someone else says it drifted for days. No one explains how it could exist at all. The face draws attention next. Features intact, but softened by water. It looks young, impossibly so for something this large. The short woman steps closer than before. She studies the closed eyes, waiting for something, anything, to break the stillness. Nothing does. The silence becomes heavier than the body itself. It presses down, making every movement feel intrusive. Then laughter returns. Louder this time. People jump, run, test the surface like it's a playground instead of a corpse. The tall man writes something down without looking. His notes don't capture what's happening, they only prove he was here. By evening, the crowd thins. The body remains, unchanged, as if time refuses to interact with it properly. The ocean pulls back further than before, exposing more of it. The scale increases again, revealing something they hadn't seen. And for a moment, brief, uncertain, the tall man thinks the position has changed. Not much. Just enough to make him stop breathing. By morning, more people arrive than before. The hesitation is gone. What remains is interest, louder, careless, and spreading faster than the tide. The heavy-set man insists it's decay. Natural, predictable. But the patterns don't follow anything they've studied before. A group arrives with tools. Not scientists, workers. They don't ask questions. They measure what can be taken. The first cut is shallow. The sound it makes stops everyone. Not soft, not tearing, something dense, resisting longer than it should. Then it gives. A section collapses inward, exposing something darker beneath. No one steps back this time. The tall man turns away. Not from fear, from recognition. This isn't just a body anymore. It's becoming something else. By midday, pieces are removed. Transported. Catalogued without names. The scale no longer matters, only usefulness. The face remains untouched. Not out of respect, just hesitation. No one wants to be the first to change it. The short woman returns alone later. The shoreline is quieter now. The absence of noise feels deliberate. Up close, the surface has tightened. Less fluid, more rigid. As if whatever was soft is hardening into something permanent. A faint shift happens beneath her hand. Not movement, pressure. Like something settling deeper, away from the surface. She pulls back immediately. The stillness returns too quickly, like it was never disturbed. That feels worse. She pulls back immediately. The stillness returns too quickly, like it was never disturbed. That feels worse. The next day, the tall man notices markings. Not random, repeated lines carved into the surface overnight. No one claims responsibility. The patterns don't match tools. They don't match hands either. The workers ignore it. They continue cutting, removing, reducing. The structure shrinks, but something about it feels more present. The face changes. Subtle at first. The angle of the mouth shifts, not open, not closed, just different. The tall man says nothing. Writing it down would make it real, and he's not ready for that yet. More people arrive, but fewer stay long. Interest fades quickly when nothing dramatic happens, on the surface. At night, the shoreline empties completely. No guards, no lights. Just the body and the sound of water returning. Something moves then. Not across the surface, within it. A slow internal shift that never breaks the skin. By morning, more sections are gone. The removal is accelerating. No one remembers approving it. The tall man searches records. There are none. No official ownership, no jurisdiction. It belongs to whoever takes from it. The heavy-set man laughs it off. He says it's just matter now. But he avoids looking at the face when he says it. The short woman notices something missing, not a part, but a proportion. The body feels less human, more structure. The face is finally approached with tools. This time, no hesitation. The boundary that held them back is gone. The tall man leaves before it begins. He doesn't want to witness that change. Not directly. When he returns, the face is gone. The absence is immediate, disorienting. The shape no longer suggests a person. Birds gather where it used to be. Feeding, circling, reducing what remains without pause or awareness. The connection breaks. Without the face, the tall man feels nothing looking at it. That absence unsettles him more than before. The structure continues to shrink. Limbs gone, sections hollowed. It's no longer a discovery, it's a resource being emptied. The markings spread. Covering more surface each day. Still no tools match their depth or precision. The short woman traces one line. It continues farther than expected, looping back into itself in ways that feel intentional. The tall man finally writes it down, it's changing. He doesn't specify what. He doesn't need to. At night again, the internal movement returns. Stronger this time. The surface tightens as if holding something in place. By morning, a section has collapsed inward completely. Not removed, folded into itself, like it no longer needs to exist outwardly. The workers stop coming. Not because it's finished, because there's less left to take than they expected. The shoreline grows quieter each day. The attention fades faster than the structure itself. The tall man realizes something unsettling, he can't remember its full shape anymore. Only fragments remain in his mind. The short woman stops visiting. Not out of fear, out of disconnection. There's nothing left to recognize. Only fragments remain on the shore now. But beneath them, something continues to shift, unseen, unfinished. Days pass without change on the surface. That's what makes the next shift undeniable, everything settles at once, like something underneath has finished moving. The fragments are no longer separate. The sand between them has tightened, binding pieces into a single, unnatural formation. The tall man steps onto it. The ground feels wrong, firm, but hollow underneath, like walking over something that isn't finished forming. A sound follows his weight. Deep, delayed. Not from above, from below, answering the pressure he just applied. He steps back immediately. The sound stops. The silence returns too cleanly, like it's waiting again.